Back when I started my first YouTube channel, I had no idea how much it would change my life. Let me show you how it started. Trust me, I of all people know how much pressure there is to blow up your channel on YouTube, but it's not all or nothing. And I want to tell you the most important thing I'm learning as I do this. You don't need for your channel to blow up on YouTube for it to be a wonderful thing for you to do. I'll be the first to admit that I have brain weasel days where I'm always worrying about numbers or whether things are growing. But when I take a step back and I really think about it, I can honestly say that becoming a YouTuber has been one of the best things I've ever done, even if it is challenging. And even though I only have about 400 subscribers while I'm filming this, maybe one day my channel will blow up. But if it doesn't, it's already been worth it. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't someone who ever thought I'd do YouTube. I'm not one of those beautiful model types who are big on Instagram. I'm just not. I'm the girl next door, except I have messy hair and messy handwriting. I'm not anyone special. And yet, when I set out with my husband and my cat to travel full-time in our RV and become nomads, it started to make sense to document our travels, even just for us, to have those memories. And even in just the process of documenting the memories, I found that I wanted to make the best videos I could, even for us, which meant I had to video edit. And let me tell you, I hated video editing at first. I did not get it. I had no aptitude for it. None of it made sense at all to me. I wanted to pull my hair clear out. I used to feel like I was gonna throw up every time I sat down to work on video editing. Not only did I not know how to do any of the basic things that you're supposed to do, I also would accidentally do every other thing in the book without meaning to. It was slow, it was frustrating, I felt stupid, I felt like I was never going to get it. And it was the same thing with camera work. I can't tell you how many mistakes I've made in the last year in the filming process. I feel like I have invented new mistakes that a human being had never made before. If there's a mistake to be made, I've made it. Probably twice.
I've made some mistakes lately. Terrible mistakes.
But I have learned a lot. I kept at it. And while I don't have a huge following, I learn something new every time I film about video editing, about myself, about the world. But that's not the only thing that I've really gotten from being on YouTube. One of the reasons I thought I wouldn't be good on YouTube is because I didn't look like those people on TV. I didn't sound like people on TV. And I really did think that once I started posting that strangers would pop up with criticism about my appearance, my voice. But that actually didn't happen. And instead, they just engaged with what I was talking about, which was travel and adventure and things I'm passionate about. That's not to say that I haven't gotten some negative comments, but surprisingly, they've mostly been about the brand of RV I have. So that was really refreshing to put myself out there and find that the world didn't end. And the things that I thought people would say to me were not the first things out of their mouth. Another big source of discomfort when I was setting out was listening to my voice on video while I was editing and seeing myself on camera. I'm not one of those people in love with the sound of my own voice. And to be honest, I don't really love to look at myself on camera either. But here's the thing, it was really uncomfortable at first, but as I did it, I got used to it. It doesn't bother me anymore.
It's not real, and it's over now.
I can't say that I'm in love with how I look or how I sound, but it really has helped me with body neutrality and image neutrality. I'm just used to it. It's fine.
Fine.
It's helped me worry less about it in everyday life. And every now and then I can kind of see the good parts of myself. You know, the things that are hard to see through your own insecurities. So being on film has helped a lot with that. And here's the other big thing. 400 subscribers isn't hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers, but it's a lot of people. It's been enough to build a little community, and I've loved hearing from people who also love travel and the outdoors as much as I do. Which kind of leads me to my next point. Having an audience, however small, motivates you to get out there and explore the world and to come up with interesting stories to tell them, with things to show them. It is so easy in everyday life, even when you're a nomad, even when you're on the road like I am, to just go through your routine and not challenge yourself or look for what's interesting about where you are. Having an audience forces you to be mindful about where you are and to look for the interesting and beautiful things that maybe you'd miss if you kind of got into autopilot mode. You know, having a YouTube channel, having that drive to post the video every week, it keeps you on the hunt for things. Actually, kind of reminds me of something from my old job I had. I had a day job in workplace wellness. we did a lot of gratitude journal work and gratitude practice. And one of the things they teach you in gratitude and mindfulness practice is that every day you should look for 5 things you're thankful for, and they can be very small things. In fact, it's encouraged that they're small and specific. But the important thing is that you try to do this every day. You write it down, you really think about it. And the reason for this is that once you start practicing to look for the beauty and things that make you happy every day for this little quest you're on, you're doing it like on autopilot. Instead of kind of reacting to the negative things, you're on this scavenger hunt every day where you're trying to find the bright side. You're trying to think about this deadline you have later with your journal to write about the beautiful things that you saw that day. And so it kind of primes you to be on the lookout for what's good. So in the same way, having a YouTube channel, having the viewers, having the video that I'm doing every week primes me to look at what's interesting or novel or beautiful or scary or challenging about everyday life as a nomad. And so it has enriched my experience of it simply by posting, simply by doing it. Regardless if there's no one watching or if there's 20 or 200 people watching or if there are millions watching, the fact that you're looking for what's interesting means you see a lot more and you live a lot more. And finally, on a practical level, the work that I've done with camera work and video editing and digital marketing are all really important skills that I use in my other work that I do, and is something that's marketable in its own right and something that is in high demand. So even if I had nobody watching me, I would still be building these very important skills that can help me with anything else that I really want to do in life. Let's face it, we live in an online world, and being able to write and edit and film are very important things in the modern day and age. Anyway, that's my story. If you're thinking about becoming a YouTuber, do it. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I know there's so much pressure on pushing to have lots and lots of subscribers to monetize, and believe me, I've been there. I have good days and bad days. There's a little voice in my ear, but I want to tell you that the reality is that it's worth it even without all of that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Hey guys, present me again. I posted that video on May 6th, 2024, almost 9 months ago. So much has changed since then. It's actually really funny. I wanted to show you guys. So that video came out on May 6th. It did okay at the time. I did pretty well. I had about 300 views on it, and I had 400 subs at that point. So that's pretty good. 3 days later, I put out a video called 5 Hidden Dangers of Camping on BLM Land. That actually did really well. It wasn't my biggest hit of all time for the channel at that point, but I got 3,100 views, which very, very good for me at that time. And then the very next video, which was another 4 days after that, so a week after I posted the video you guys just watched, I posted a video called We Lived at Disney World for 2 weeks. Here's what happened. And that video is now the most popular video on that channel with 54,000 views, over 54,000 views. It got me up to 4,000 watch hours, and it set me on the path for having my first monetized YouTube channel. Now, I've talked in another video about how much I made the first month on Our Moving Castle that I will link below, about the fact that I hit watch hours first on my first YouTube channel, and it took me months to get up to 1,000 subscribers. But it's really funny how it was just a few videos later that I had really a viral hit, viral for that channel at least. And not only did Our Moving Castle get monetized, but I started this channel, my second channel, and it was actually not too long after that video came out, on May 16th, 2024, that I posted my very first video on this channel, the Paige Turner channel, where I talk about content creation and online business and all things nerdy and YouTube. That video was called I Got Fired, the warning signs I missed. And I went from nothing at all to having the 4K watch hours and over 1,000 subs, and about the same time it took Our Moving Castle to get to 1,000 subs. It is pretty magical. It's funny, depending on who you talk to, this either happened really fast or really slowly. I get both from people, sometimes within the same comment thread. I'll get people saying, oh, it must be nice to grow this fast and to have this much success. And then, just a few posts down, I'll have somebody being like, well, if you really knew what you were doing, you would have done it in 3 videos. But really, in this day and age, with how competitive it is on YouTube and an online digital market in general, it takes time and persistence to grow, regardless of speed. And I think that it's less important to grow fast than it is to grow well. And for me, it's always been being authentic and always adding value to the conversation and doing my best to make good videos for you folks week after week. I feel like the more I learn, the less I understand. There's always something new to learn, and I'm sure that past me would look back on the videos I make and be wowed by them. Every day there's a new challenge, but I'm so happy that I did this even though it was one of the most difficult and frustrating things I have ever tried to do in my entire life. You folks make it worth it. You're wonderful. And I've really enjoyed talking about what the process is like of being a creator and sharing what I can with you. So yeah, thank you so much for being part of this journey. I'm having a blast. And I feel the same way on my second channel. I think I had like 1,880 something subs when I recorded this video today. That's what I was at. Let me take a look at my stats. What does it say? 1,889. I'll take a screenshot so I can use it in the video. Did I crop it right, or does it look messy? No, I cropped it okay. That looks all right. Anyway, it's been great talking to you as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.